I know, like, what was it? 20, 30 minutes was my 10 minutes. Ah! Okay, so I'm excited to be on here today. It's been a crazy day, so I'm probably going to be all kinds of like funky because that's how I feel. So hopefully you guys hop on, join me, click notifications above, share this with the world. We're going to talk a little bit about goals actually today, just a little bit. Goals are fun, right? I have goals that I wrote for a little girl, and I'm going to share some of them with you. And then I'm going to share with you some of the interesting things I learned today in an IEP meeting. And I'm going to go over with you how you recap an IEP meeting, or once you get a PWN, what is it that you need to do? You know, do you just say, hey, cool, okay, that PWN is bull crap, but what do I do about it? Those are important things to know, all right? So if you don't know what to do with a PWN, you're going to learn tonight, okay? So hey Jan, hey Christina, hey Linda, hey Michelle. Yes. Linda, is it you I'm talking to at 6 o'clock in the morning? Or are you to my 10:30? Who do I got at 6:30 in the morning? No, 6 o'clock. I got a 4-hour at 6 o'clock. I do. Tomorrow morning. I'm crazy like that. Because I'm fitting everybody in before I have surgery on the 15th. So it's nuts. I have 3 IEPs back to back. You're my 10:30 tomorrow? Okay. Who do I got tomorrow? Oh, it's Michelle. I have Michelle at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Holy hell. What was I thinking? She's like, I'm up at 5. I'm like, yeah, me too. Okay, let's have coffee together. All right. Yeah, like, was it good? Like, were you being like, that was a good thing? Hi, Tess. How are you? Hey, Cynthia. Oh, yeah, I'm going to tell all about your stuff, Cynthia. Yeah, so, North Carolina doesn't seem to like me, guys. Okay, hold up a minute. So if you're new to this page, all right, my name is Raven Woods. I'm the CEO and I'm thinking about what I'm dealing with right now. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me get myself together. Okay, all right. My name is Raven Woods, and I'm the CEO and founder. I'm really like serious, guys. I'm the CEO and founder of Autism Mama Rocks IEP, and I help parents gain the knowledge and the confidence to become the CEO of their IEP meeting. I'm really serious. I really win them too. But, okay, so yeah, okay, so I had a win today, of course, in an IEP meeting. I wanted to beat my head against the freaking cement wall once I was done, but it was good. Okay, so again, California, of course. But I seem to break through with California. I will say that. California is a pain in my ass, but I do break through with California. All right, I will say that. I think they're getting to know me now, and we're flying pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I was just talking about you, Michelle. I was like, I was psycho enough to set up a 6 o'clock with this woman. Okay, so here's the deal. All right. Post a 1 below. This is the first time you're catching me live. I'm really sorry. This is the first time you're catching me live. I'm really, really, really sorry. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. Post a 2 below if you're an oldie but goodie. So 1 below if you are new to catching me live. What a day to catch me live for the first time, guys. So if it's your first through third time, post a 1 below, okay? If it's your 4th through whatever time, post a 2 below. And make sure to share this, guys. All right, this group is, or this is a page, but it's getting so big, and you know, like I have 35 people to add to the group. I'm trying to get to, it's like almost at 5,000 now in just 7 months. I mean, it's crazy, and so it's like really something that people want to learn more about. I'm glad that I give you guys a little bit of flavor, but it's all about the IEP, and I love it. I really love it, even though it drives me batshit crazy sometimes. Okay, so I had a win today. California, we went after. He went from 2 to 3 times a week speech. He went from 0 to 2 times a week OT. We got him a one-on-one. It was a fight, but I got it. God, did that director hate me. And like we kept talking over each other, and it drives me crazy. But she was like saying wrong things. All right. And I hate that. If you're gonna talk, at least know what you're talking about. And so here's something that I said that I thought was pretty awesome, and this is how I got him ABA2. The two hardest things to get in an IEP is one, a one-on-one, two, ABA therapy. All right, I got them both in the same day. All right, so here's how it went. So he went from 2 to 3 times a week speech. He went from 0 to 2 times a week OT. We got him ABA therapy. We got him a one-on-one. We changed the verbiage in his IEP, just, those stupid words. Look, I wrote it down. So we removed recorded observations, and we changed it to report data collection. We removed, we added where it would say school/virtual. So where it would put ABA, where it would put, one-on-one, all that kind of stuff. I didn't want it limited to because it said school location. We're going to put school/virtual. Okay. And then I had them remove as needed and put daily. And for the one-on-one, the verbiage I had them use is assistant, individual, direct. I make sure it's all in there. All right. Assistant, a one-on-one assistant, individual, direct, to assist with behavior management, toileting, and focus. All right. So I made sure to get that in there. So it was a win. It was good. It was hard work, as in, people think that I just show up at an IEP meeting and it just happens. It doesn't. Like, I want to beat my head against the wall. I'm like arguing with walls sometimes, and they want to beat around the bush of why a child doesn't need something. Now, let me tell you my argument here. We have a child that is significantly impacted with the speech delay and autism. My light right here might turn off, so if it does, here, let me see if I can charge it. Hang on. It will let me. Hold on. Look at that. Cool. Yeah, it's charging. Way cool. Okay. So my argument for the one-on-one was we have a student who had not made a whole lot of progress in over a year, struggling with reading, significant speech delays, and when we, in the first meeting, because this was the second meeting, when we discussed goals that I had written, we kind of went back and forth on the fact that I wanted him to have the opportunity to be able to speak and not just be with his iPad. That you got to give him the choice and don't take away the option to talk. And so the speech therapist kept saying, well, that's too much for him. He can't do it. Okay, cool. So we edited it and we fixed it and we made it to where it was something that was going to move up with him. And I'm reasonable. I make sure that it's good for the child, but then I also do listen if I feel like they're being legit. And she was knowledgeable, so we came together with that. But then today, that was the last time. Today, I used what she said against what she said today. So she said today, the other day that, everything was not going to work out because he couldn't speak and these goals were going to be too much for him because of the language barrier. All right. And I worked with her there. So then today, I'm asking for a one-on-one, and they're, of course, arguing that. Well, why would he need a one-on-one? We don't have data yet. You guys asked for it because they did their evaluation, and their evaluations could not be conducted because he was walking around. He wasn't focused. It was inconclusive. And so they couldn't do it due to the behavior and stuff like that. So I used that, because they were like, oh, well, we don't have the data yet. We haven't done the FBA. We haven't had any of that done. This guy's having a complete meltdown right now. So if you hear screaming, that's what's happening. So basically what happened was they wanted to, of course, argue with me. And I said, I don't understand. Why would you be arguing with me when we have a child here that has significant speech delays? He will not sit in his seat. He wants to wander around. He has escape issues, okay, with behavior. And so is the teacher supposed to chase him around while she's teaching? Like, I'm not understanding you. Well, we need the data. We need the data. We're getting ready to have the data. Let's wait till after the FBA. I said, no. IEPs are based off present time. That's why we have present levels. And from the data that you all just took, oh, wait, that you couldn't take in the psychological, in the speech, in the occupational therapy evaluations that you just did that were inconclusive because you could not handle the behavior because he was all over the place and it was very difficult for you to finish the evaluation. But you're telling me this is a student that can sit down and do his work without a teacher being right over him, and he's going to be just fine. So you're telling me that he doesn't need a one-on-one? Is that what you're saying? And then they wanted to argue about him wanting, getting more, evaluations, which we were still going to do. But like, anyway, he got the one-on-one. He got the ABA. The ABA I went into, they were like, well, we have ABA trained people here. And I said, oh, okay. Well, what are they trained? What do you mean? What does that mean? And they said, oh, they've taken our training. I said, well, what's your training? Because I got my master's at the University of West Florida, and in my second one it was in educational leadership. But I was going to do their 2-year program for a BCBA and only finished one, and then I quit. It was too much. And anyway, long story short, I know my ABA stuff. My daughter is 15. She just finished. Like, I just took her out. She's been in since she was 2. So I know a little bit. I did go through 1 year of school of the 2 years. And so once they said 1 week of training, I said, whoa. I said, no. I said, I don't know if other parents allow that, but there's no way. And I said, I know this isn't my child, and the parents are right here to, say otherwise. And they said, nope, that's why we hired you. Go ahead. Like, they let me speak, And I said, no way would I allow that. Absolutely not. And I said, you guys should be ashamed of yourself to even provide this at all. I said, that's horrible. And they said, what do you mean? They've had 1 week of, and I said, let me tell you something. I said, ABA therapy is serious, okay? It's not a joke. It's not something that's for every child, and it's definitely not something that you just mess around with. I said, when ABA therapy is first done with an FBA, with a BCBA who does the FBA, she creates a behavior plan, but they also create academic plans for a child who has behaviors, not always bad behaviors as in, destructive or something. It could be behaviors as in getting up from your seat or things like that, right? Or toileting issues, or, there's everything is almost a behavior, right? So basically what happened was I explained the hierarchy, and I said, and then BCABA supports the BCBA, and they can do and implement ABA, or you have what's called an RBT who's certified to do ABA therapy under a BCBA, and they're overseen by the BCBA, and the BCBA comes in and checks on them and writes the lesson plans or the behavior plan, etc. And it's monitored. I said, but I'm not really comprehending how you have people providing ABA therapy who have no clue what they're doing. That can actually harm a child. So if any of you have a child that's getting ABA therapy and it's from somebody that's had a 1 week training or whatever, that is not okay. It actually can seriously harm your child, okay, in many different ways. Not physically, but it can harm your child, okay? ABA therapy, just like structured literacy, if it's not delivered accurately, it's the how, it's not going to work, right? Your child's not going to learn to read. Well, if you're dealing with like a serious behavior and you're doing ABA therapy wrong, that could go so wrong, like really wrong. So, people hear horrific stories and people have all these opinions about ABA therapy, which ABA therapy is good. It's not back in the day when I was younger where it was crazy, okay? It's new, it's great. It's really great for a lot of kids. Is it for every child? No. But it's a good therapy. It's good for this child, but there's no way in hell I would allow you know, someone who's had a week's training, you know, to do that, at least an RBT. Okay, so make sure you guys do that. All right. So it was a win. So here's some entertaining news. All right. So North Carolina hates my guts. All right. So I think I've made my mark. The first meeting, all right, I challenged them. They told me that the names, remember I told you guys this story? They said the names of assessments, meaning like Whisk, Wyatt, Binland, whatever, CTOP 2, whatever, okay, cannot go into the consent for the parent to sign so that you know what assessments are being done. You got to look at it like this. The psychological is this great big sun, okay? And you know how when we were kids, we would draw the sun and it would have all those like little lines, you know? All right. Well, all those little lines, okay, are all the tests that can be given under or around that psychological evaluation. All right. That psychological evaluation is just the kind of header, and everything else is underneath it. And it could be anything. All right. It could be one thing, cognitive, Wyatt, we did a psychological. But it sounds cool. We're going to do a psychological on your child. Aren't you excited? We're going to do an evaluation. Don't get excited about a psychological. Get excited about what's in the psychological. Okay? And then you have your other tests that are around it. So anyway, they wanted to argue with me about that. I actually challenged her. She actually tabled the meeting for 15 minutes to go check if it was allowed. She came back to the table and she said, "Yes, Skylar." What's up?
I got upset today.
I know you got upset today.
They took my phone today.
I know you got your phone taken today. All right. Can I go live and then come hang out? All right. Are you hanging out in here? What are you doing? She's pissed off because I took her phone. All right. So, well, Dad took her phone, but I told Dad to take her phone. So,
It's a small deal.
yes, it's in the past and it's a small deal. That's what she said. Okay. So, she comes back to the table, guys. All right. And she says, well, I was told by my supervisor, and this is the director of special ed. Yes, I've never, ever had a director of special ed table a meeting to go ask somebody else if what I was saying was accurate. So she says, well, my boss says that that's not accurate. All right. And I said, well, your boss is wrong. I said, very wrong. I said, call the state. I'll hold. We'll hold. Mom and I sit here. Call the state. And she didn't, of course. But anyway, so I had to think quick. And so I said, you know what? I turned to the speech. I turned to the OT, everybody that was there. I said, you guys, tell me what you would do. You know, what kind of tests would you do? Like, you guys are qualified to tell me what tests you would do, right? And, you know, I did that whole psychological thing, and everybody came and said what they would do, and all these assessments were spilled out. And I said, okay, cool. See, and I told the director of special ed, I said, see, I mean, your staff is very qualified to, you know, say what assessments they would do. So you know what? We'll do all those assessments that they said, and we will put in there that any other assessment they deem necessary. Okay, we agree. Cool. There was a couple other things. So now we're arguing about two stupid things, all right? A direct one-on-one for reading that is certified in Orton-Gillingham. They're arguing that their teachers have had the 30-hour training in Orton-Gillingham. Okay? So, yeah, that's what we're fighting over. Stupid. So, long story short, the director of special education is intimidated by me, I'm assuming, because they wrote us today in an email and they said, because Mom and I asked for another IEP meeting, and they said that me saying to them that I'm not going to play their games was threatening. If that's threatening, somebody post, is that threatening to you? If I said to you, I'm not going to play games with you, I'm not playing games with you. Is that threatening? Be honest. Yes or no? Yes, no. Go ahead. Respond. So anyway, she said that I was being threatening because I said I'm not going to play games with her. And that they're requesting a facilitated IEP meeting. All right, so North Carolina is one of the states that does facilitated IEP meetings. All right, so what that is where myself, so the parent or I could have sent an email or whatever to the state and said, hey, I want a facilitator to come in and facilitate this IEP meeting because I want to strangle this IEP team. All right, or they can do it to us. All right. So she said, I'm going to contact the state, and mom and I haven't emailed back yet, where I'm going to in the morning. But here's the kicker with facilitated IEP meetings. It's just like mediation, not just like as in once you're in there. That's not what I'm saying. It's just like mediation in the sense of you have to actually say, sure, I'll mediate. So like if you put in for mediation, the school has to say, okay, we'll do that. Or if they put in for mediation, the parent would have to say, yeah, okay, I'll mediate. You know, same thing with facilitated IEP meetings. You have rights. So the school is putting in for a facilitated IEP meeting, but mom could say jump a creek, which is what she said. So, you know, now we're at this impasse of what next? In my mind, I'm like, shit, just give her the certified Orton Gillingham specialist. All right? We're not going to give up. We're going to fight this. No facilitator coming in, third party that doesn't know shit about this case is going to change our mind. They're not. So I'm not really sure if, and the thing is a facilitator, they don't really have the power to run the meeting if you don't want them to. They can't take away your right. All right? So same thing with mediation. They can't, like I had mediation and they can't, I talked the whole time, you know? So it's so stupid. So stupid, you know? So I'm going to send this email tomorrow and I'm going to spell it out. You can have the facilitator there. All right? I don't know if I'm going to agree. Who knows? But here's the thing is they can't not have the IEP just because we don't agree to the facilitation. They're stupid. And it's one thing. Why would what is a facility? I really want to know. If there's any educators out there and you want to cuss me out, please do. Because I want to know, what the hell do you think is a facilitator going to do to change my mind? Because I'm just abiding by the law. The law states that we have to provide children what is needed and appropriate based off their individual needs. So I'm not really understanding the fact that anybody in this world can argue with that. We have a child with apraxia. Tell me why you don't want to provide a direct one-on-one certified Orton Gillingham instructor for this child, but instead you want to provide someone who has 30 hours of training. Hell no. Not happening. So if we got to keep taking it further and further, that's fine. So that's the thing, guys, is we're going to get this for this child. But the school system in North Carolina is a pain in the ass. And they're going to remember me. Let's just put it that way. They're going to remember me. Because it's not cool. And I think it's funny that they're intimidated by me. I think that's kind of funny. Because I go up against California all the time, and they're tough cookies. But so am I. So, I mean, if I can hold my own with New York, I can hold my own with California. I got this, right? But it wears me out. Okay, so let's go on. All right, so this is a recap that I did of a PWN. All right, I'm going to show you guys. Make sure you guys share this. I haven't seen any shares yet, y'all. What's up with that? Come on. All right. So I'll let you see it real quick. All right. And look. See how I do like bullet? Look. Can you see? All right. See how I said below is what you agreed to? All right. So And then I do bullets. So I said, Miss Blank, I appreciate you and the team working with the parents and I today so graciously. I had to review the recording and recap the meeting accurately we had at 8 a.m. on July 1st, 2020. Here is what was discussed, and one item was not at the bottom that was requested. Okay? Thank you, guys. All right. So then I said, everything we agreed to. We agreed to a direct and individual one-on-one. We agreed to a one-on-one to be trained appropriately per the BIP. We agreed to the one-on-one would be within a certain proximity of the child. I had them put the number in there. We agreed to increase OT from 2 times to 3 times a week. We agreed to incorporate PT into one of 3 OT sessions. We agreed to increase speech from 2 times to 3 times a week. We agreed to create the final goals to be put into the IEP, and then I said attached. We agreed that all goals would be measured by report data collection, and this data collection would be provided to the parent via email with the progress report, which will go out to the parent on the same day report cards are sent out for all other students. We agreed that all documents would be provided via email. We agreed that all communication would be done through email and that I would be CC'd unless it is a concern about the student when physically on school property. We agreed to keep APE, which is adaptive PE, as the 1 to 6, and as stated by you is what the school does, but an additional PE class would be added so the child could be in the LRE. So basically they do like a 1 and 6 kind of thing for APE. So what I said is, because this student has to be in a more restrictive environment, I said, well, why don't we add another PE since she really likes to be active? Why don't we add another PE so she has 2 PEs a week, and that PE be solely in the least restrictive environment with typical children, and she can at least have that ability to be able to intermingle with children with non-disabilities. So we agreed on that. We agreed to all the evaluations, the FBA, the psychoeducational, we listed those, occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and back in July, it was said that it would start on or before the 15th day from the start of school. We agreed that a plan of action would be put in place for potty training, and that would be put in place through an FBA and an FBA plan. We agreed that the one-on-one would then be trained with the BIP and know how to implement it and the potty training plan. And we agreed a BCBA would conduct the FBA. And then I noted the item that she needed to fix. All right. So, but sometimes it's not that easy. So you have to make sure that you recap. And that's why I record, because I recap to a T and it's exact. All right. So if you're just taking notes, that's fine, but make sure that you are meticulous with that. All right. So that's how you recap either a meeting or a PWN. So a PWN is what's given to you afterward, and a lot of times they're full of shit. All right. So you got to go through it. Sometimes what I'll do is get Adobe DC. All right. And what you can do is that you can upload your documents that you get, and then you can export the PDF into a doc. And then what I do is I will respond underneath. So theirs is black. I would respond in like red or purple or something like that. And I'll respond underneath all their bullshit. And then I'll save it and then send it to them. And so make sure anything you get from them, if it's an email, if it's a PWN, if it's, a recap of a meeting, you send that out, typically within 3 days from the end of the meeting. And you just want to get things out there so that it's not just their word and then nothing was said and it was crickets after that. So you want to make sure that your word is out there. So it can never be challenged, So if they put out an email and says da 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 da, and then you put something out in not agreeing to that, then it means nothing. You know what I mean? So what they said just kind of was crossed out because you said, I don't agree. That's not true. That's not what happened, etc. So they can't come back and say, well, we said this, and you didn't say anything, which when you say nothing, it means you agree. Okay? So that's how it's looked at in IEP world. Okay? So IEP world, if it's crickets, that means you agree. All right? So you always, and you want to clean it up. All right. I can't see it. Hold on. All right. Can you see it now? So you want it clean, you want it structured, and you want it to flow. All right. From kind of how you spoke. All right. In that meeting. So that's what you want to do with that. All right. So let me say hi to all my people. So if you're hopping on here, post a 1 below if you're new, your first through third time. Post a 2 below if you're an oldie but goodie. Make sure you guys say hi, all of you, even if you're new. And make sure you share. Make sure you click notifications above to catch me live. And you should definitely join the group. Just click in the search area and put Autism Mama Rocks the IEP group and join the group. Okay, so Autism Mama Rocks the IEP group and join the group. All right. So we got Michelle and Linda and Christina, all my oldies. Jan, Tess, hello. It's been a crazy day here too. Michelle Miller, hello, hello. Cynthia, be kind to me tonight. I think she's headbanged her. Yep. Nadia, oh my God, that's so early. Yeah, early. Did you like my post about data today? Yes, I did. Oh, I'm glad it was good. That's good. That's really good. You should tell her to talk to me. Because that would be good, you know, like having a director of special ed, like about data. I mean, shoot, we need some good directors of special education that want to do this right, you know? Tell her I will come train all of you teachers in your school. I will come personally and train them at how to write goals, how to write IEPs. They will be so super knowledgeable by the time I get done with them. You guys will be the Rhode Island amazingness. All right. And I need to come up and look at those gorgeous mansions and stuff anyway in Newport. All right. So, hey, Kim, how are you? And Monica. Lindsay, hello, hello. Hey, Anna, how are you? We have Tess again. Mitchie. All right, you don't even want to know what I just thought about right there. Jenny, thank you guys for sharing. Yes, share, 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 and share. Get this out there. Plus, you guys need to get my group out there. You guys that are on my group, and I know many of you are. Make sure you get it out there. I'm trying to hit 5,000 by the end of the month. And that's going to be a little bit hard, possibly. So you guys got to help me. My goal is to help parents. Well, no, really? I want to help the kids. I want to take the stress off you and help the kids. Monica, hello, Mississippi, huh? How's it down there? Are you guys safe? Did you guys get hit by anything? Anna says, how the ABA therapy at school work? Oh, it will, that's what they actually asked me. So it's when the child will get direct one-on-one ABA therapy. And we're going to figure out once the FBA is done how it'll be implemented in the school. So we're going to kind of toss it around with the BCBA as to what they think is best. You know, because they are the specialist there. So he's going to get a one-on-one, but we're kind of leaning on the BCBA to say, okay, is it going to be 60 minutes a day? Is it going to be 2 hours? You know, I know my daughter for many, many, many years got 4 hours a day, you know, and that was what she needed, guys. You know, some people think that was extensive, but no, she actually got her direct instruction from the BCBA company that came in and was contracted with the school system here. And Sky got her one-on-one direct instruction actually from them. She was not taught by a special education teacher, which was totally fine by me. And all the ABA, BCBA, and BCABAs that taught Skylar, they were actually all teachers too. All of them but one, I believe it was. So like they taught her everything, you know, like she did very well with that. Now she's 15, things are branching out. She's at Linda Mood Bell right now. She's doing fabulous. And so I didn't want her doing, you know, virtual learning, all that kind of crap. So she's at Linda Mood Bell through the end of the summer, through August. And then next year, I'll pick and choose. I'll figure out if I'm going to send her to the school system, which is going to probably not be the case. And so I'll probably put her in private school. So I got to get looking at private schools. It's kind of scary. I think I want to just keep her at Linda Mood Bell. But Linda Mood Bell has a academy that I'm going to look at. So I'm going to look at that in Northern Virginia. So I don't really want to put her back in the school system. But they can pay the bill, which is nice. All right. But that's what happens for everybody, right? You know, if things don't work out in the school system, you know, you can always ask to go to private school. And you can go about it any which way you'd like. So it's really about, you know, your situation and that sort of thing, you know. But you don't want it to, like, you don't want to just take your kid out of school, you know. You want to make sure that it's going to work or try to make it work, you know. But, you know, you got to do what's best. All right. But private school or charter school, there's still IEPs. All right. No, I'm not down with BS. That is for sure. Sometimes I think, guys, tell me. Sometimes, and some of y'all have been in IEPs with me. Or Sarah, hi. I'm guessing you're from Minnesota. What's my child that is 5 in October, to sit and attend class on iPad at home for 6 hours? My son cannot sit still and cannot focus, and I don't know what to do. Yeah, that's hard. That stinks. He's not getting fit. He has an IEP, I'm assuming, Sarah. Hi, Christina. Welcome. Hi, Isamar and Ruby. Hey, Tony. Elizabeth. Hello. Hello. Haven't seen you on here for a minute. Thank you guys for sharing. Hi, Hannah and Tatiana and Aaron. Hello. Hello. We got Jim Cat on here. And Roxy. Hello. Yeah, Hannah, that's probably where most of my clients have come from. I'm now in 31 states. 31 now. I'm not at 30. I'm at 31. All right. I am now doing Missouri. Yeah, Missouri. I just thought a weird thought. Is it possible to realize they have zero clue about special ed law and they want to have someone who does know their weird twist, but they they are. I mean, I was surprised with your assistant director of special ed. Yeah. It was a little bit surprising. Let's just put it that way. Yes, I love, Lindsay says, yeah, I love Linda Mood Bell. We are fighting for my son to get, cool. What's VNB? Is that your kiddos? Progress in reading and comprehension. Yeah. Yeah, that stinks, Sarah. So just, you know, I mean, you got to email the school every week. This isn't working. This is what's happening. Record him, you know. Just keep saying every week, FAPE isn't being provided to my child. FAPE isn't being provided. I would just say it like that. Let them come at you and say, well, what do you mean? You know? And then I would be very careful on how you write that email. But I would just say FAPE isn't being provided this week. FAPE hasn't been provided this week. FAPE hasn't been provided this week. That's what I'm telling all of you. If FAPE hasn't been provided that week, send an email. Literally to everybody. RE, your child's name and subject. FAPE hasn't been provided this week. Sincerely, Sarah. The next Friday. FAPE hasn't been provided this week. Sincerely, Sarah. Okay? That's what I want everybody to do that. Give me hearts or a thumbs up. Tell me you'll start that next week, that if FAPE hasn't been provided to your child that week, that every Friday you will email that FAPE has not been provided to your child that week. Will you guys do that? Okay. Sounds good. They need to know. You have to let them know. All right? You have to let them know. Yeah, a lot of people are struggling, guys. It really sucks. But you know what? On another note, let's go over some goals. All right? Okay. So I'll do certain areas because I have speech. I wrote these goals. All right. Instructing the students to make sure they are in their virtual class without parents present. Okay, well, tell them to kiss your butt. I mean, who's going to tell me not to be in my own house with my kid on the computer? Really? Seriously? Did they lose their mind? I would I would post that shit on Facebook and be like, did they lose their mind? All right, so let's go over goals. Seriously, guys. All right. I'm not even gonna joke around anymore with that stupid stuff. All right. I don't even go on Facebook. Do you know I only go on Facebook to like post to my group and my page, and that's it. Like, I don't like, if you guys have tried to friend me because I see that I have a ton of friend requests, it's not personal. I hate Facebook. I don't like to go on and read all the crap people put on there, to be quite honest. And I'm so busy that I don't have time for that. But I post on the page in the group, so, and I check y'all's messages and stuff like that. All right, so here's a goal. When given picture cues and one verbal prompt, I'm just going to make up a name. Sarah will, I don't know why I always use Sarah. Sarah will complete directions to show understanding of spatial concepts, and then I put in parentheses, under, besides, in front of, behind. Quantity concepts, which is one, more, and all. Time concepts, which is first, next, last. And descriptive terms, bigger, biggest. In 9 out of 10 trials at 90% accuracy as measured by report data collection by May 2021. All right. Another speech one I put was, when given picture cues and one verbal prompt, Sarah will complete directions to show understanding of spatial concepts, under, besides, in front, behind. Quantity concepts, one, more, all. Time concepts and descriptive terms, bigger, biggest, in 8 out of 10 trials as measured by report data collection. So that is going on my short-term objectives. Okay. So you have your annual, then you have your short-term objectives, 2 of them underneath. All right. So all I do is I change the 9 out of 10 trials to 7 and 8. All right. And so 7 would be in October, 8 would be in January, annual would be May, June. All right. So another one, speech. All right. I have a bunch of speech goals for this child. Given one verbal or visual prompt, Sarah will produce targeted speech sounds without process errors in 3 to 4 word sentences with 90% accuracy in 9 out of 10 trials as measured by report data collection. Another speech goal, Sarah will follow 6 multi-step directions to complete functional tasks in 9 out of 10 trials at 90% accuracy as measured by report data collection by June 2021. All right. Thank you, Cynthia. Okay, so occupational therapy. Given a pencil, crayon, marker, or scissors, Sarah will pick up the tool and hold it correctly in 10 out of 10 trials at 100% accuracy. This is one she is almost accomplishing, mastering, as measured by report data collection by June 2021. Another one is Sarah will cut out simple shapes with smooth edges in 9 out of 10 trials at 90% accuracy, and no more than 1 prompt to promote separation of sides of hands and hand-to-eye coordination for optimal participation success in school setting as measured by report data collection. All right. So here's another one. Sarah will write uppercase letters with proper sizing and alignment in 9 out of 10 trials at 90% accuracy with no more than one verbal prompt for increased graph motor skills while maintaining a lack of thumb rap as measured by report data collection. All right, so math, we put Sarah will sequence numbers 1 to 50 at 90% accuracy in 9 out of 10 trials as measured by report data collection and written work by June 2021. Sarah will complete a variety of interlocking puzzles, 11 to 12 pieces, independently in 9 out of 10 trials at 90% accuracy with no more than one verbal prompt for increased visual motor and spatial relationship skills as measured by report data collection by June 2021. All right, let's do reading real quick and then I'll sum it up. Okay, so Sarah will develop a sight word vocabulary of 50 at 90% accuracy in 9 out of 10 trials as measured by report data collection. A writing one could be Sarah will write up to 20 words from memory at 90% accuracy in 9 out of 10 trials as measured by report data collection. Another goal could be Sarah will attend to instruction on non-preferred academic tasks for 30 minutes at 90% accuracy in 9 out of 10 trials as measured by report data collection. All right, I'll read one more. Sarah will be able to use manipulatives to count up to 50 using one-to-one correspondence at 100% accuracy in 9 out of 10 trials as measured by report data collection. Another one is Sarah will be able to accurately solve 25 one-digit addition and subtraction problems using strategies based on place value, properties of operation, with 90% accuracy in 9 out of 10 opportunities using the touch point strategy. So if you know the touch point strategy. So that's kind of some goals for you. I'll put in the group, guys, this is the page, but I'll put over in the group under, what is it, like docs or something, I will put some goals in there for you. All right, how I write them and stuff. All right, so I'll put like maybe 2 reading, 2 math, you know, that sort of thing. I'm going to be putting all my videos on YouTube, and then I am, by the way, guys, I am changing my colors a little bit. So my posts and my website and all my colors are going to change a little bit. I'm keeping the blue and the white and the logo. I'm getting rid of the yellow. It's going to have a little bit more pizzazz, more my personality. So, but we're getting it all together. So it's going to take probably the rest of the month, my guess would be. And then it's going to be awesome. I hired a graphic designer to kind of get it together for me. So that'd be cool. So when I post on YouTube, like that graphic, like they're not up yet. So I'm just getting videos uploaded. And then I'll let you guys know when I'm like fully going on YouTube and I actually will start going live, not just here on Facebook, but I'll go live on YouTube as well at the same time. So I'll probably have it set up where I have my phone or my iPad and I'll go live on Instagram. I'll have my computer. I'll go live on YouTube and Facebook all at the same time. All right. So you guys can talk to me from all of the aspects. Okay. So that will be fun. I have not kind of gotten out there yet. Now, once I'll have the graphics, because basically what they're doing for me, which is going to be cool, is they're creating the pictures and the graphics, but then I get to put my tips of the week and I get to do all the writing. You know, they're just kind of creating the look, and then I get to go in and create the writing of, you know, whatever my tip of the week is, or if I had something to say or whatever, you know what I mean? It could even, you know, I could even say something like, hey, have you guys ever, and then I can write an Instagram, you know, or it can be just different types of graphics. So it'll be really cool, and I'm excited about it. So it'll look different too. So Instagram posts will have kind of one look, but it'll flow. It'll still be my logo, my brand, but it will be one look for Instagram, one look for you're taking me. I hate yellow. I don't know why I chose yellow. It is not my personality at all. Remember, guys, we talked about the color chart, and so basically red is, I'm red and blue. So there's red, blue, green, yellow, and green. All right. So like red is like, just get to the bottom. Like me, like people who talk in circles, like I have parents who talk in circles, and I'll have to say, all right, all right. So tell me what happened at the end. What happened? I'm get to the point. Reds are get to the point. Just tell me the bottom line. Tell me what I gotta fix. Tell me what I gotta do. Just get to the bottom line. All right. They're driven, hell bent, stubborn, and they like know what they want. It's like that. Then you have your blues. Blues are all about the party, having fun, hanging out, you know, but they're just all about the fun. If fun is in the word, they're there. All right. So I'm like 80% red. Well, I'm like maybe 60, 70% red, 15% blue, and then I'm like the rest green. So here we go. So yellow, you'd think I would be a yellow. Yellow is your teachers. Yellow is your teachers, your social workers, your counselors, your people that they want to be friends with everybody. Everybody's, you know, let's just keep the peace. They're peacemakers. Let's just not, you know, let's not fight. Let's everybody get along. All right. Reds and blues don't give a shit. All right. Then you have your greens. Greens are analytical thinkers. All right. So greens are your people that have trouble making decisions, but I'm an analytical thinker. I don't have a problem making a decision, but I'm an analytical thinker. So you got your reds who are I'm a Leo. So hell bent. Let's get to the bottom. Let's get to the bottom of it. What do we got to do? They're typically leaders, and they know what they want and they go after it. All right. They're very blunt. All right. They don't sugarcoat it for you, but it's not that they don't care. It's just that, and I like that about myself, is I'd rather be honest with somebody than them always guess about how I'm feeling. You know, I'd rather just put it on the table, and then if it's a problem, you know, then you work it out because it's all there for you. You know, let's figure it out. You know, where like I remember, you know, in high school and stuff where someone would get mad and then they wouldn't talk to you for a week and you had no idea what was going on and then your friend wasn't talking to you and all that BS. No, I'll tell you what's up. Here it is. Let's talk about it. Okay. Um, so yeah, those are your colors. So if you weren't on that call, what color are you? Red, blue, green, or red? Red, blue, green, yellow. Red, blue, green, yellow. Um, Please, my son is having an IEE speech assessment this Saturday. Which test should do? He just had auditory assessment and he has it. Please help. Well, I'm assuming you're going to have to talk to the evaluator. Like when you went and set up the IEE, what did you say? Red. What did you say when you set it up? Did you say, hey, I want a psychoeducational, but this is what I want to focus on? Or what did you say? So let me know what you said. So what time is it? 10:30. I'm going to bed. I'm tired, guys. I am tired. Um, that's funny, Tina. That's really funny. I would. That's so crazy. The things they send out is so nuts. Hey, I got a question for you guys. It's totally off topic. What is your thoughts? Fork. I'm a mess right now, so I'm a rainbow. No, don't worry about it. Speech is cake. You don't have to worry about nothing. You just let them do the speech. You don't have to do nothing. If you're going on the outside, you're fine. You don't have to tell them to do anything. They know what to do. All right? It's only the school system. Like, it's different. All right? Just, I hope you didn't choose somebody from the school's list. Don't choose people from the school's list. All right? Do not choose people from the school's list. I don't know why I say that. I really don't have a reason to say that, but I just don't say it. I don't do it. Like, I don't know who's on their list, but you know how it is.
Mom, don't start me today.
Oh, yeah? All right. Any other questions, guys?
No deal. Mom, I'll take it later.
Come here. I'll get it for you. You did what? Here you go.
They scared me today.
Who did?
Rocco.
Rocco. The neuropsych, I fought for someone else. Oh, good. Oh, you did. You went with their list. I see what you're saying.
Mom, you heard me grab something on loud. Did you hear that today?
I did.
Mom doesn't pass. Mom, it's a small deal.
It is a small deal. This is what she likes. She likes the vitamin C. We get these at Costco. But I really like doTERRA's vitamins. But okay, so these. And then I give her these. She's 15 though. So, all right, there. I was told it had to be. No, not at all. Come here. There.
Mom, on the heartbeat. Mom, have a good night. See you tomorrow morning.
All right. What time are you waking up tomorrow?
8 o'clock.
8.
Yeah.
Why you want to wake up at 8? Huh?
I love it.
You love it? What are you going to do at 8?
There's trouble.
Treadmill?
Yeah.
This child will stay on the treadmill for 2 hours. No joke. We got to get her off. I'm not kidding. 2 hours. How long did you do today, Sky? How long did you do on the treadmill? 40? But how long did you do this morning? 100 minutes this morning. And then 40 tonight. Isn't that crazy? But I don't know. I guess that's why. How long? Oh, 40 minutes this morning and 100 minutes tonight. She corrected me. She's going to do 60 in the morning, she said. All right, that's fine. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. She has the cutest thing that she says. She says, like, if she has a bad day or if something, like she was talking about the dogs a second ago, that when they bark, they startled her. That's her new word, though, from Linda Mood Bell, startled. And she knows what it means. Like, that wasn't a word she used before. And that's the cool thing about Linda Mood Bell. It's like she just started coming home with all this new vocabulary and knowing the meaning. It was pretty cool. And then she, like if she's had a fit or had a meltdown or, you know, the dog startled her or whatever, she'll say, I got upset. Did you hear me? I got upset today. Did you hear me? And then she'll say, but that's okay. It's in the past. It's in the past. Like, yeah, it's in the past. And then she'll say, and it's a small deal. It's a small deal. If we all thought like that, right? It's in the past. It's a small deal. You know, you gotta like love the little things, you know. That's one thing I love about autism is they just don't look at life like a lot of us do. They look at life and how a lot of us should, you know. So it's kind of interesting. They don't look at life in, that's kind of a cool saying, right? They don't look at life in the way we do, but they look at life in the way we should, you know? Because it should be light like that. It shouldn't be like she could care less about a lot of things, you know, that we care about, that stress us out, you know? So I find it interesting and cool at the same time. So, all right. So you guys have a good night, and if you've hopped on and I haven't said anything yet, make sure you post a 1 below if you're new, a 2 below if you're an oldie but goodie. Make sure to catch me live every Mondays and Thursdays, and occasionally I will go live on Sundays, but I'm now doing half of my time over on the group. So if you haven't joined the group at Autism Mama Rocks IEP group, make sure you head over there. That's where I do my Q&As, where we have a night of Q&As where it's straight up questions and answers that go on, and I typically will do it for an hour and a half to 2 hours. So that is a good time, and you get a lot of your questions answered there, because a lot of times when I have content, I don't have a lot of time to answer the questions. All right. Haha. All right, guys, have a good night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.